About 6 months ago, I made a video about something called ToDoIst, about how I know whether or not I'm doing too much, basically, or how I can control doing like way more than I ever thought was possible. I'm gonna make an update video on this now because things have changed just a little bit. So for those of you who don't know, ToDoIst is an app. Looks like this. Man, it's not gonna load. There it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Looks like this. Anything embarrassing on there? No, that's alright. It is more or less just like Trello or whatever else, but it's honestly one of the best ones that I've found. Shout out to my boss at work for recommending it to me. The owner of the company, he was like, hey, you should check out this ToDoIst thing. And I was like, I've never heard of that, but I use Trello. And he's like, Trello's not that easy to use compared to ToDoIst, so you should try out ToDoIst. And I was like, I don't know, I like Trello. Tried out ToDoIst, and I was like, whoa! This works so well! I'm gonna go do all the things and I can stay organized. And then I was like, I'm doing too many of the things. So that's where I am now. I'm basically to the point where I've stretched myself way too thin. I like making videos, I like making movies, I like helping other artists with marketing. I don't like a lot of the other stuff that I've dove into just because I was like, oh, I have the time, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can help in the community with this, I can, you know, take on this extra work at work, and I can do this client's freelance stuff, and I can do all of this stuff, and it's just like, not working. Because even with ToDoIst, what works really well with ToDoIst is putting a date on everything. So I know, I get that peace of mind. I put it in there. There is absolutely no way I could do my day job without this. I put a project in there, or a step of a project, and then I put an assignment date on it. And that doesn't mean the due date. It says due date in there, but don't put the due date in. Put the date that you actually want to work on it. And then forget about it. Only look at the stuff that's the to-do today, or the to-do in the next 7 days, and then you'll get a lot of stuff done because you won't have to worry about all of this other stuff. The problem starts to come whenever you start not doing a lot of the stuff on your to-do list in the day. You have to be really serious about it. So if you're going to use ToDoIst, stick to that one app and just really stick to it and say, I am going to churn out every single thing on this list today. Because as soon as you start pushing stuff to the next day, it piles up real quick, especially if you have as much stuff on your plate as I do. But it just works really well. It's super intuitive. I like the fact that how the scheduling works, and when you go to reschedule, if you're doing it on a desktop, you can see how much stuff you have scheduled for that day. So I can say, oh, I can't do this. I literally can't do this today because maybe the client rescheduled or something. I'm going to reschedule this, and then I can see, oh, next Tuesday I have a ton of stuff scheduled, and then the day after that maybe I have like half the amount of stuff, so I'll do the day after that. That kind of allows me to stay a little bit balanced, and also make sure I don't have days where I pull up my ToDoIst and it's like, oh, there's nothing to do today, because that's also not great, because I'm really bad at if I have nothing on my to-do list today and I don't immediately go and look, okay, what do I have to do tomorrow, then I just like really kind of stumble around for the rest of the day not getting a lot done. But overall, I absolutely love ToDoIst and I totally recommend it. I caution not going too overboard with the amount of stuff you think you can get done once you start using this app, but it's pretty amazing, especially if you already use some kind of reminder app, even the reminders on your phone. ToDoIst functions really, really well, and it's really intuitive. Check it out. There's a free version that's super functional. Eventually you might want to do the paid version, which is super cheap still. I have the paid version just because there's a few features that eventually I was like, I can use that. Like how it integrates into my iCalendar, that kind of stuff. So after 6 months of using ToDoIst, this is probably the most used app I use on my phone and on my desktop. I use it every single day, and it's completely changed my ability to be productive. So give it a try. I'll put a link down in the description down below where you can check it out on desktop. There's also mobile apps for Android and Apple. There's also a plugin for most of your different browsers and Microsoft Outlook. So check it out, and don't forget to be productive. But try not to make yourself too productive because you might go crazy.